Okay, we're going to talk today about how to repair an indicator. If your indicator has stopped working or become sticky and this little guy here doesn't want to go in and out anymore, the very first thing to try is cleaning the stem area. And you can use isopropanol, or if you have any electronic cleaner, just squirt a little right on there. Work it back and forth, and a lot of times that's just going to fix it. Now if you're unlucky and it doesn't fix it, the way to find out what to do is to depress this little plunger in all the way and slowly let it out until it sticks. Alright, we've moved over to the vise. We already have this pushed in and it's sticking. Gently put it in the vise. Don't squeeze too hard, just enough to hold it. Now we're going to watch the needle. When the needle moves, we're going to know what to do. So we try pushing it this way, then that way, then this way, then that way. So let's say you're pushing this way and the needle moves. You need to give it a fairly tough little push in that direction, and that should bend the stem back where it was. And usually when an indicator is dropped is when the stem gets bent. So if you drop your indicator, chances are that this is going to fix it. Now if neither of the previous two methods worked for you, it's possible that your stem has become disengaged from the rack inside the indicator. And when that happens, the stem moves in and out, but the needle doesn't turn. So you need to take the back off, which I've already done here. This back only has 2 screws, some have 4. And look inside the back. Now you're going to need a couple of tools here, a couple of pointed tools, and a screwdriver that fits these 2 screws. So I'll point with this so you can see better. There's a screw here and a screw there. You need to go in with a screwdriver and loosen those screws. And it doesn't take too much to just get them just a little bit loose. What that does is it enables this to now move. You can see this moving. And those are the gears in the indicator, and they engage with the rack on this plunger. When you turn clockwise, you get the engagement. Now what you have to do is you have to preload this little spring. I don't know if you can see, there's a little spring down here. We've moved the camera to try to get a better view of this. This screw here and that screw down in that hole are the 2 screws that we moved in order to disengage this plate so that it can turn this way or that way. And that engages if you turn it clockwise with this rack, which is your spindle or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, what you need to do is preload this spring. There is a spring in there. I don't know if you can see that spring. And you do that by taking this gear and winding it in a clockwise direction. So once you get a little bit of load on that spring down in there, you can see it tightening up when this happens. What you need to do is kind of hold it in position. Don't let that gear start moving backwards by itself. And at the same time, you want to rotate this thing clockwise so it engages with the rack. Once it engages with the rack, you don't want a hard engagement, just engaged. Then you can tighten up these 2 screws down in the hole here and down in the hole there, and your indicator is going to be working again. Now it certainly won't hurt if you want to take and spray the inside of this whole thing here and work it back and forth. If there's any dirt clogging anything, That's going to help to clean it out. That's not going to hurt the indicator to be putting that isopropylene in there, or the electronic cleaner is not going to hurt it either. If you'd like to be notified of other new modifications, please click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.